Okay, so today I'm going to talking about word equation to formula equations worksheet, and this is like I gave you the word equation. Okay, as you see, it's all word. You need to change your formula. So change your all symbol, all formula. So first of all, we need to know the steps is you need to make sure that all the symbols and formula will be written for all elements and compound. So if you have compound, you need to be careful, are they ionic or covalent? Because ionic and covalent, they have different way of writing formula. Like ionic, you need to do crossover, you need to do the charges, and the covalent is no charges, no crossover. And the states of the matter, like solid, liquid, gas, aqueous, and precipitate. And then here is the representation. And then also, if you have used and, if you have the word and, you use plus. And if you have we add with, you use plus. If you have comma, you also have plus. And if you have if you have we add with, and then you have the arrow, you have to use to produce. So we add with and produce is together, working together. You see that how a color in blue color. Okay, so we add with and to produce or to yield or to form is working together. And then if you just have one arrow in the front, okay, just have one arrow in the front without the plus, that will be just decomposed into, because you only have one reactant to start with. So 1 into 2 or 1 into 3, that's decomposition. So it will be decomposed into, because you have nothing to react with. Okay, so when you need to use react with to produce is when you are not, when this is not decomposition. It is not decomposition, you can use react with to yield or to produce. But if it is decomposition, you have to use decompose into. And here, metal and non-metal, okay, when you have non-metal, non-metal, you just give me the symbol, just give me the state without the charges, no charges. For example, iron will be Fe, solid. Carbon will be carbon C, solid, no charges, okay? And then I give you some acid name here. All right, and then also the 7 diatomic elements, the X2, they have different state. So all the 7 states are here, all the 7 diatomic. The first 5 are gas, and then bromine will be liquid, and then iodine will be solid. And again, because they're diatomic, you have to name them dihydrogen, dinitrogen, dioxygen. All right. So now I'm gonna do number 2. Okay, we gotta use the different colors pens. Okay. So we want to underline, we want to recognize decomposition, or like you, first of all, you want to recognize some compound, okay? So you want to recognize if they're ionic compound, okay? If they're ionic compound, let's say number 2, barium nitrate is an ionic compound. We need to underline the cation and anion, okay? It's an ionic compound. Sulfuric acid is actually one of the green highlighted. It is the acid, so I'm going to circle that. Actually, I highlight that. All right. And barium sulfate is also a ionic. Okay, so I underline cation and anion. And then nitric acid is also one of the acid, so I highlight that. Okay. And then I'm going to use the blue pen to find out. We see we add with, we circle we add with to yield. We add with and to yield is always put together. So we add with, we use plus. Okay, to yield, we use arrow. And then I also say another word and, we put a plus. Okay, we add with and to yield is always working together. We add with plus, to yield is arrow. And then and also plus. Then next, we want to go back to change all the compound name into the formula. So barium nitrate. So first of all, it's an ionic compound. So barium, we need to write down the charges, Ba2 plus. Nitrate is parenthesis NO3 minus. Nitrate, you can find this from the pink sheet. And sulfuric acid, we can find it from the green spot here, is H2SO4. Barium sulfate is also another ionic, so Ba2 plus SO4 2 minus sulfate. Okay, and then nitric acid is also from the green one, so NHO3, HNO3. So far we have all the compound, we have all the symbol. Okay, we just need to write down the compound, and then we finally balance the equation. And then we put the states on. Okay, so first we always have a coefficient box in front. And barium nitrate, because it's an ionic, because we have metal, we have to do crossover. So after we cross over, I'm not going to repeat that. After you cross over, I got Ba26NO3 Okay, I'm not going to repeat that, but this is a crossover. Ba2 plus NO3 minus 2 and 1 crossover, and it is an aqueous. Right, it's an aqueous, so AQ. Next is the plus charge. Right, the plus here, and then the box, coefficient box, H2SO4. Okay, sulfuric acid is we're gonna use aqueous because on the box is a aqueous is used for aqueous solution or soluble or acid or base. So H2SO4 aqueous. Okay, and then we follow the arrow. And then we have the coefficient box again. Barium sulfate, we cross over. BaSO4. Precipitate, PPT. And then plus the box. And then HNO3. And then aqueous. Okay, so we have this unbalanced equation. Okay, we write it out. So after we balance it, I'm not gonna repeat the balancing, but after we balance it, we will get this answer. 1112. All right. Now I'm gonna do number 4. Okay. Number 4. Tricarbon octahydrate is not an ionic because it's no metal. First of all, no metal, and second, I find out I have the prefix, so I know it's a covalent. So covalent, I'm gonna use the black pen to box that. Okay, and then here, oxygen gas is actually di-oxygen gas. I forgot to put the di, so the question should have di. But even though I just put oxygen, let's say I just put oxygen gas, you should know that it's O2. Okay, the oxygen gas. So even though sometimes the question does not have di, if I put oxygen gas, you have to put O2. Okay, so oxygen gas is one of the 7 diatomic, so I'm going to highlight that with blue. And then I have carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is also the covalent. And then water. And then I'm going to use blue pen to find out the symbol. We ask with, I circle with blue. We ask with to produce, and that means I'm going to put plus, arrow, and then plus. Okay. So we can write some notes on there. All right, so we go back. Tricarbon octahydride, so this one is C3H8. Okay, oxygen gas. So even though I did not tell you di, if I say oxygen gas, you should know that it's O2 because it's diatomic. You cannot just write O. CO2, carbon dioxide, CO2, liquid water, just write H2O. Okay, so we have everything. Then we can just write out the balancing part. So I'm going to put one box here, C3H8 solid plus coefficient box O2 gas, arrow, coefficient box CO2 gas, and then box H2O liquid. All right, and then I'm going to balance it. So after we balance it, will be 1, 1, 5, 1, 5, 3, 4. Okay. I'm now going to do number 5. So number 5, calcium carbonate. It is a ionic because I have a metal. Okay, hydrochloric acid is one of the acid one. So I'm going to highlight that. I can find a name from there. Calcium chloride is ionic. Carbon dioxide is a covalent, so no crossover. And then water. Okay. then next, we find out we ask with to yield. I find 1 comma and, okay? So I circle we add with to yield, a comma, and then and. Because this comma represent a plus, this and represent a plus 2, okay? And then I'm going to put the symbol we ask with is a plus, to yield is a arrow, 1 comma is a plus, and it's also another plus. And then I can go back to write. This is an ionic, so I have to write some charges. Ca2 plus, parentheses, CO3 2 minus, carbonate, you can find it from the paint sheet. Hydrochloric acid, I can find it from the box up there, HCl, calcium chloride, it's Ca2 plus, and then Cl minus, and carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, something like that. Okay, so we finally need to do crossover. We can put the coefficient box on. Okay, so after the crossover, CaCO3 solid plus box HCl AQ arrow box crossover CaCl2 aqueous plus box CO2 gas plus box H2O out. Okay, and then finally we balance it 1 2 1 1 1. So this is the front page of the word equation and formula equation worksheet.